Hey everybody, what's up? I am using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. The first card that we have out is Knight of Wands. You can be having a really big desire, a really big creative spark, a really strong feeling about something that you want to do. I see this spark that you're feeling that then you can be like wanting to do something about that. This looks like an energy that comes up that you're experiencing within you, that you can be thinking about like what you can be doing with this, or you can feel, yeah, it's like when you see something and it's really inspiring to you and you're like, I want to make art because of this, or something that's going on. I feel like you're picking up on some signal here, and this feels like a very, very visceral experience that you'd be having because we have a Knight of Wands. So this is something that you're going to feel very palpably, very strongly. And then having the Magician, you can feel creatively inspired to do something with this. Then, like, I don't want to just feel it. I want to channel it in some way. Like, I want to do something with this. So you can be thinking about, like, what you want to do with that. So it's a feeling that can be turning into an idea or a plan. Or like an impulse that you can be really wanting to get your finger on here. Looking at Judgment, this can be about sorting out what you actually want to be doing about this legitimately. Let's say it like this too, like, having Knight of Wands here, this can even be, maybe you see somebody and you're like, I want to connect with them more. It can be something like this. It's going to be anything where it'll kind of feel like a shock to your system, the way that you can feel this, and you'll feel driven to do something because of that. The Magician is going to be the way that you organize the plan that you're going to be pulling off here. Judgment is going to be about kind of making sure that you're looking at what it is that you're doing. So this can be something solid, this can be something detail oriented, can be something that you feel sure about. I'm seeing the Hierophant coming out here. This is connected with Taurus. This looks like something that you're going to be committing to, having Two of Cups and having the Hierophant there. Something drawn together. This is the marrying of something. Okay, so Knight of Wands is feeling like the urge to me. An urge that's being experienced, like something very deeply rooted that can be breaking the soil now that you're really getting in touch with. Then Magician is going to be, okay, what am I going to do with this? Like, now that this has come, now that this has arrived, what's my plan? This seems overall like it's going to be something new and different for you. Like, this is not a same old situation, but maybe, like, for some of you, I'm getting that you've been in some situation that maybe you haven't been feeling happy with, but you may have not been feeling motivated or inspired to do anything about it. Now can be the time when something catches your attention and you're like, well, now I got to take care of this because I'm getting a feeling about it. You know, like, it can be something going on in your life. You haven't been feeling happy with it. Like, pretty consistently, you can be feeling dissatisfied. So there will be that feeling. What this looks like is that before, you may have not been motivated to do anything about it. Maybe not motivated to confront it. Maybe not motivated to change anything. Maybe just not motivated at all to deal with this. something is happening now where you're having this feeling coming up where now you are motivated to deal with this, and it feels like it's going to change things in a big way for you, but you're going to have to get through that wall that kind of came up when things weren't being dealt with. You can be seeing above that now. Like maybe you're climbing this wall now so you can get the best perspective, a way that from the ground maybe you couldn't see before. Like meaning maybe when you were so involved and intertwined in this, and maybe even kind of apathetic about this situation, could be something that you didn't feel motivated or you didn't feel like bothered to do anything more. Now something is happening that's giving you some perspective that wasn't had before, and this perspective is really changing things for you. And I think that you can also be realizing what's possible for you. Like something happened that has inspired you, that I'm seeing make you realize that things are possible, and it's not a like, what's the use or what's the point, which could have been your mindset before. Something is going on now where you're like, oh, all I gotta do is like get myself together here and do something about this. And I can actually like have something that I want here. I can connect with something that I want. Like this could be actually worthwhile for me. Before it feels like you didn't see it as being worthwhile to deal with this. Now it feels worthwhile to deal with this because it's going to help you cultivate something really, really important. But there's stuff about letting go of your past that's involved in this, and that's the biggest challenge here. Yeah, I don't know what this was, but I'm seeing something be heavily motivating you now. And this is kind of like, this was the catalyst I needed, or this was the spark I needed to really motivate me. Because before I was not feeling like that before. And now you can be looking ahead as well. And I feel like that wasn't happening before either. But whatever this was that took place, it seems like it just woke you up. Made you see things that you weren't seeing. Made you see things differently even. See some aspect of your energy being restored that for some reason it like wasn't turned on before. And that's also the energy of the Knight of Wands. We feel turned on by something. So whatever this was, it woke you up, it turned you on in some way. And it really does seem at this point like it's going to allow you to catalyze what this is that you've been experiencing. But it looks like there's a trade out that's going to be happening, or like we could say a transition that's going to be happening. From something that felt like it was disintegrating or falling apart, moving away from that and towards something that is going to be like really unified. So there's something that you've been dealing with that feels like it's been fragmented. Like you just, no matter what you do, it's like there's not enough glue to really get it to come back together. You're transitioning out of that situation and you're moving towards something that feels like it's effortless magnetism for this to bind together. So it feels actually like it's the polar opposite of what you had been experiencing before. Interesting. But you are going to have to get through the transition, but you can feel motivated now to do that. Where before, that thing that's been disintegrating, you could have just been like watching it and not really doing anything because you're like, like it's happening, but like what else am I going to do? Like where else am I going to go? Something feels like it's been a beacon to you now and you're like, I have to get over there. But so you have to deal with this thing that's in front of you to be able to get over there. But I'm seeing something call you very strongly now. And it feels like it even makes you like forget about this thing that's been falling apart, where maybe you can actually see it for what it is. Before, you could have been very attached to this thing that's been disintegrating. Even though it's disintegrating and it kind of feels like time's up with that, it could have just been something you were like, well, this is my thing, this is what I'm doing right now. Whatever this is that's coming through, I'm seeing it catch your attention so strongly that you like forget about this thing that you've been like messing around with in front of you, which feels like it's been leading you to a dead end anyway. And you're seeing some open road over there that it's like you can't help but look at it. You just can't look away from it now, and you want to connect with it. Like, I see this very strong calling that you're feeling with this, because it is something like, I see it just like that, like something really coming together here, which does again feel like the opposite of some situation that you've been in, where something feels like it's kind of like separating, distancing, like falling apart, deteriorating. This thing that you're moving towards, I'm seeing there be a linking, it's a binding, it's a unifying, that you're, this thing that has caught your attention now. This can be about seeing that that's calling to you for a reason, maybe recognizing this has caught my attention and I'm going to pursue it, and then committing to pursuing that and leaving behind whatever this thing is that's been disintegrating. That feels overall like what the message is about. That like you'd rather use your energy for this thing that feels like it's wanting to connect more with your energy, rather than this thing that feels like it's kind of falling apart. And I'm hearing been falling apart. It's been falling apart. Yeah, but you are going to have to let go of whatever this thing is that's been deteriorating. It feels like it made it as far as it's going to go. Like it's only going to deteriorate further from there. And this can also be maybe something that's being realized at this point, because it's like you have something to compare it to now, and it feels like that gives you a point of reference that really helps you see things clearly. All right, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting and tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.